So coercive control is bullying, emotional, psychological control over day-to-day activities. We've had examples of people measuring petrol tanks, in refusing to allow people's freedoms without an actual physical assault. It's complete emotional control is what's going on. So much so that sometimes the victim themselves doesn't even realise it until it's got to the point where the coercive control has escalated now into physical control, because such is the position that the abuser is now in. So as a victim of domestic violence, the first thing that you need to do is to reach out, be it to your doctor, your friend, your mother, your sister. Again, COVID has stopped people having that option to go and meet people and discuss it. So when you go to court, it's a very private, it's a very dignified process. You are on your own in the courtroom, just with the judge and the registrar. It's not a public court. There's no intimidation. There's no room for fear in the court. The reason that you're there is because you've lived with that fear. So you go and you make your application and you get the options available to you from the court to give you the protection that you clearly need. So you've come to us because you've either been served with divorce papers or you've decided that you need to go for a divorce yourself. So the most important thing at this point is to remember that this is your case. This is not about us or our firm. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with asking what you want to do, where you want the divorce process to go. Because we as your solicitors have to remain objective in this entire journey, because once you start the divorce journey or the judicial separation journey, it's an emotional roller coaster for you as the client. This is a huge emotional roller coaster for a client. So it's not for me to be your best friend during this journey. I have to remain objective. I'm not going to agree with everything that you ask us to do. I will agree to some things. We're aware of the requirements of the court process. That's here for us to do. You need to know that we're going to be objective. And when you ask us to do something, it's got to be in the best interest of resolving this in the best way for you, for your children, for your ex, so that it doesn't become an unsustainable battle for you to be able to cope with. Examples of coercive control would be name calling, would be putting down somebody all of the time. Now, obviously people are going to have moments where they don't get on and there's going to be things said. Coercive control is not that. Coercive control is exactly as it said. It's control by one person of the other through subtle bullying, constant put downs all the time. How do you prove it? Because there's no bruise, there's no broken bones. But what you do is you reach out, because now coercive control is accepted by the courts. There is legislation providing for domestic violence protection for emotional and psychological abuse. And in fact, it's now recognised as a criminal offence in this country.